You know, it's legal in Canada. Did you know that? Canadian healthcare covers taking your own life. We have that in America, too, by the way. We just call it not giving people healthcare. It's kind of a delayed release euthanasia. If you want something more fast-acting, you got to become a healthcare CEO. I think we should formally legalize euthanasia in America. Not willy-nilly, of course. I think it should be like we do everything else, age-based. Truly, 18, you can vote. 21, you can drink. 38 and a half. Right? Let's give millennials something to look forward to. And by the way, that has a purpose. 38 and a half, double that, is pretty much the average American life expectancy. And I think it's fair to be like, you've seen half, do you want to continue? You guys are doing great with this, by the way. That was like, what, 12 suicide jokes in a row? If it's too much for you, try to think of it as one mass suicide joke. And look, I don't want anyone to kill themselves. Least of all, my friend. I need them creatively. This is the friend who told me to become a stand-up comedian. We were both struggling actors together, and they said, you should try stand-up, you're funny. And I was like, I don't know how to tell jokes. And so they offered me this thing we've been doing for 10 years now. 10 years, my friend lets me call them once a week so I can run an hour of new jokes by them. So now they want to kill themselves. But it's a gift. I don't take it for granted. I sometimes I'll ask my girlfriend, I'm like, can I tell you some new jokes? And she's like, Alexa, set a timer for 2 minutes. She gets mad. She's like, why can't you ask me about my day? I'm like, baby, I'm sick of crowd work. Please. Fine. What do you do for work? My girlfriend and I are both in therapy, which is great because it means when we have a disagreement, instead of arguing like some couples do, we just see our respective therapists, reconvene, and quote them at each other. She'll be like, my therapist says you prioritize work over spending quality time together. I'm like, okay, well, my therapist says she could beat the shit out of your therapist. Sometimes I feel like I have the upper hand because I'm my girlfriend's first major relationship. And in fact, she talks to me in a way that you really only do in your first major relationship. Like sometimes at night she'll turn to me and be like, you're my person. And I'm like, and you're last but not least. And it's not because I don't care, it's because I've been through a breakup before. And when the last woman who said she'd love you forever blocks you on Skype, it changes your insides a little bit. I met a woman in college. We dated for 5 years. And after 5 years of dating, she broke up with me at a crowded Starbucks in the middle of the day because she didn't want me to make a scene. And I was like, well, then you shouldn't have brought an audience! This happened in 2012, so it's still a little bit raw, but I was so desperate to win her back. I'm so young and dumb. I got a tattoo of the first letter of her name. If you can't see that, this is a cursive L for Laura. And it didn't work. She married someone else. And I have to tell every woman I date about my dead friend, Larry. Unfortunately, My current girlfriend knows what the tattoo actually stands for, which frankly is my fault for hooking up with an audience member. But I told her, I said, I'll get a tattoo of your whole name. And she was like, oh, so I can be number 2? And I was like, baby, comparison is the thief. So I don't know if I want kids. But my God, people keep asking me. I don't know. That's the real part where I could tell I was getting older, because I meet people for the first time. If I'm with my girlfriend, they within a minute of meeting, they go, you two ever think about having kids? I'm like, bup. That's not small talk. What do you plan on doing with your remains? And don't get me wrong, I want kids for social media purposes, of course. God, I make so many TikToks with those little shits. They'd be begging to work in the mines. But I don't know, asking me about kids, it feels theoretical, because I live in New York, I work in entertainment, I don't have friends that have kids, I don't really work with kids, so it's like asking me if I want a kangaroo. Yeah, I'm familiar, but I wouldn't know how to hit it. I can be theoretical about it. For my girlfriend, it's different. She's 34. My girlfriend got her eggs frozen last year, which was my idea. I told her instead of getting serious, we should defy God's will. And I went with her to the consultation, and the doctor, he showed us this laundry list of injections she would need to get. And I care about her. I said, are there any side effects, all these shots? And he said, worst case scenario, it's like PMS times 10. And I was like, I didn't know that was a unit of measurement too. I said, why, doc, why? And he said, well, because once a day, she's gonna need to get a full injection of estrogen, which, if you don't know, that's like dating a werewolf and injecting the moon. And then, you know, there's more shots to make the eggs bigger, and you got to time it with the cycles, and you know, there's a surgery. I had no idea how many scientific miracles it took for a woman to have a career. And we got the eggs. I want you to know that we got a bunch of eggs, and I was so relieved until I read about that fucking judge in Alabama who ruled that embryos are now considered people. And I know eggs and embryos aren't the same thing, but you see the way our country's going. We're like 2 rulings away from my girlfriend becoming a mother of 19. Republicans always act like they're helping families, but think about that. 19 kids growing up without a father. I think the more you zoom in on the pro-life philosophy, the more insane it is. This judge is basically saying if any of my cum gets on those eggs, they automatically become fully fledged human beings. I can't come on someone until I stop seeing them as a human being. It's crazy. Every comedian, we make sex jokes. I'm not like a kinky guy. And the only thing I really want to install a mirror over my bed, but that's just to prove that my girlfriend's taking more than half. If anything, she's the one usually trying to spice things up. My girlfriend once asked me to pick a porn for us to watch together, and she said, I want you to search what you'd search if I wasn't here. So I put in my usual search, women who look like my girlfriend. I've been watching porn a long time. And not just today. When I turned 15 years old, for my birthday, my father bought me a Playboy magazine. But here's the thing. I already had the internet. So I had to pretend like I was impressed. I was like, oh,
Wow, Dad. Boobs. I seen a man get by a horse, okay? So get these still titties out.